Hello ladies and gentlemen, Comic World here, and today we're going to go over the origin story of Daken. Now, who is Daken? Well, Daken is the son of Wolverine, and we'll get right into that in a little bit. So, Itsu, who's actually Wolverine's Japanese wife, was in her last stages of pregnancy. She was actually murdered by the Winter Soldier while he was trying to get Wolverine back to Madripoor. Now Logan thinks that his son died when her mother died. When his wife died. But actually but in fact after Itsu's death, a strange man who hides his identity cuts the baby Daken from his mother's womb and leaves her lying on the floor. Now, the only reason that Daken actually survives this event is because he has a healing factor just like his father. Now, after being ripped off from his mother's womb, sometime around 1946, he was placed on a step of a door by a wealthy young Japanese couple named, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing these names, but they're really, they're Japanese names, so they're really hard to read, but Akaria and Natsumi. Now, the couple thought that this was, a great thing, because the woman couldn't get pregnant. Now, although Akaria named him Akorio, the house servants and other families secretly called him Daken, and that's how he gets his name Daken. Now, a slur on his mixed heritage growing up, Akario was teased by other boys of the village. He was bullied and so on. This bad treatment over the years caused Akorio to grow cold and hateful toward everyone except Akaria, whom he loved dearly. Now, one night, Natsumi confessed to Akaria that she didn't love their adopted son, although she tried to, but after years of trying, she was finally pregnant. And Akaria heard this and began plotting. Now, a year passed after the baby was born, and Akario confronted Natsumi and tells her that he has killed the baby. Now, Natsumio was furious and disowned Akario, who responded by saying, "Akario is not my real name," and his real name is Daken. Now, Natsumi attacked Akario, which triggered Akario's mutant ability, and he popped out his claws for the first time. Now, killing Natsumi also in the room was Akaria, who could not bring himself to harm his adopted son, so he killed himself. And now Daken is either on his dad's side or he's against his dad, and we can see this in many storylines where he's sometimes fighting his dad or sometimes he's fighting with his dad. Now let's get into his powers and abilities. Like his father, Daken's primary mutant power is accelerated healing factor, allowing him to heal super fast. Although it's not as good as Deadpool's or as strong as Hulk's, it is pretty high. He also has senses. His Daken senses are enhanced to superhuman levels like his father's. He possesses the retractable bone claws, which we can see in Wolverine. Although Wolverine's and Daken's look really, they look different. Daken has 3 claws, 2 on his fist and like 1 on his wrist, it looks kind of weird, but yeah, it's a little bit different than Wolverine's. Daken actually recently revealed that he has a level of empathic ability during his battle with Cyber, and using his powers to drive him to brink. Now we can see this when he fights him, which is pretty cool. And what is commonly thought to be an extension of his pheromones, Daken can appear to teleport or move at superhuman speeds to where his enemies aren't looking. Now, this is actually a technique that was taught to him by Romulus. Daken does not move at superhuman speeds, but due to his skill and stealth, he's actually able to perform on characters that have heightened reflexes, such as Deadpool, Wolverine, or Spider-Man. Now, Daken has also demonstrated high resistance to telepathy when he's fought other various people. He's an excellent hand-to-hand combat fighter. Although his full training is unrevealed, some trainers include top-notch fighters like Cyber and Romulus. But that's essentially his powers and abilities. I hope you like this video, guys. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. If you want to see more videos, click on the annotation right there and it'll take you right to it. I will see you guys later. As always, keep on marveling.